Welcome back to another battle report for Warhammer the Old World. Today we're back to 2,000 points, and I'm back to using my High Elves. So, quick one through my list. I have a Dragon kitted out for defense, a Noble with a Battle Standard with the Armour of Caledor, so a 5-up ward, and then a Mage over here with Silvery Wand and an Opal Amulet on Battle Magic. And she's in with a unit of 17 Sisters of Avalorn. There's 5 archers over here, a Lothran Skycutter, another 5 archers, another Lothran Skycutter, 7 Silver Helms with the War Banner, 5 Silver Helms, and another unit of 5 archers. So trying out the little units of archers, which I think are actually quite good. Just they can plink some things off and they can get in the way. Back to the big unit of sisters. The High Sister has the Ruby Ring. And my opponent is running, 2 units of Squig Hoppers, big unit of 15 Black Orcs, Mangler Squig, Black Orc on Wyvern, 20-ish Night Goblins with 2 Fanatics, 20-ish Night Goblins with 2 Fanatics, a single Troll, and then a Troll Hag with the Talisman of Protection, and then he has 2 level 4s, 1 on a Wolf, I think back there, and 1 on a Flying Carpet. And one's on Elementalism and one's on Illusion. So, in deployment, it's sort of just going off the video I made a little while ago. I started with putting down my archers sort of on the flanks. They're not super important. Then I did, I think, Skycutters and the Silver Helms, the little Silver Helm unit. I saved my last non-character drop was the Sisters, but I put them on the hill, which is where they were obviously going. So I could have put them there earlier, and it would have potentially saved. I could have put maybe the Sky Cutter in a better position after I knew he didn't have any sort of any threats to it that would come up here. Wait, because now I can't see anything because I put it behind this building. If it had been, say, over here or something, it could have zoned off this area with the threat of a charge. Not a big deal, but just I didn't listen to my own advice. If there's something obviously going to be deployed on the hill, then you might as well just deploy it there early, unless you have a really sneaky plan. So going into turn 1, the Orcs and Goblins got turn 1. The Troll Hag had Shimmering Dragon cast on her because she is a character, and so she flew up behind this building, which is a very cool spell for Orcs and Goblins because they have this monstrous character that otherwise doesn't fly. That's about it. His other stuff shuffled forward. He rolled really high on his Squig Hoppers. I think he rolled like a 15 or something, but didn't want to just charge them forward to get charged or shot off, so he hid them behind the woods. He cast out a Column of Crystal, and he stayed out of charge range of my dragon. Going into the Elves, turn 1. I shuffled backwards with the dragon and the Silver Helms to be out of charge arc of the Hag. And I was thinking here that with these units here, it might make it tricky for him to place the column. I didn't want him to place the column and prevent my dragon from charging anything. Like, he flies his Wyvern up here, places the column, and I can't charge him. I think I could have done that better. The Knights could have been a bit further over to stop him cutting off vision angles, but it's fine. These Silver Helms sort of march up and wheel. The Prince comes in behind them, and then I moved the Skycutter here, and then cast Arcane Urgency on it, so I got to do another 20-inch march, and flew back here, which it's fine. I mean, I know basically he's gonna have to check out Fanatics to kill it. There's a reasonable chance that if he only does 1 Fanatic that I might live with 1 wound. And if he throws both his Fanatics back this way, I'm pretty happy with that. They're then closer to him, and they're not going to be an issue for me, which is a sad sacrifice of a Lothran Skycutter, but it's only 90 points. I cast a Pillar of Fire. There. So Orcs and Goblins turn 2. The Squigs hop forward more. The Pillar of Fire, I think, rolls a 6. Going back to turn 1. I focused most of my shooting on the Mangler Squig So I did 3 wounds to the Mangler Squig, and I shot off this unit of Squig Hoppers, I think with a fireball. They could just draw a line of sight around the column. And then, yeah, 3 wounds from the Sisters on the Mangler Squig, I think. Or maybe it was a Pillar of Fire. Or Fireball. So, yeah. That was fine. Then the Pillar of Fire rolls like a 6, clips the Mangler Squig, and then bounces through the Wyvern and the Black Orcs. It kills the Mangler Squig, and maybe killed a couple Black Orcs. Yeah, I think it killed 3. Which, yeah, was super lucky. I mean, it would have been annoying for him anyways, because it would have been blocking up his movement. He moves the Column of Crystal. The Squigs come forward. He released 1 Fanatic back here, and then it rolled doubles on its movement and died. So he ended up not doing any wounds from the Fanatic, and he kept 1 Fanatic in. So then he ended up wind blasting the Chariot and leaving it on 1 wound anyways. The Troll Hag was still in range for a Shimmering Dragon, so it flew back here behind my lines, which is a scary spot for it to be. And then he cast, he Plague of Rusted the Silver Helms and Itchy Nuisance the Noble, which is going to become relevant in a minute. Because my turn, he released a Fanatic that, what did I do? Okay, I think I probably backed up with the Silver Helms, and then he reached me anyways, and wipes out the Silver Helms. The 1 Fanatic kills all 5 of them. The Noble charges the Goblins, kills some, forces them to fall back in good order. The Chariot just sort of turns around, trying to stay away from Fanatics again. Although, in retrospect, that was probably a mistake. But his Wind Blast Wizard's here. I did shoot at him and did a wound or 2. But he's in trouble. These archers combine to shoot off the Squigs, and his Lord panics and falls back. The dragon flies over here to block off any line of sight that the Troll Hag has, and then the Sisters move back. These archers move back to get out of the charge range of the Wyvern again, and they can draw a line of sight because it's a large target to the corner of this Troll Hag. So they put some shots into it and do 3 wounds. And the Chariot moves again. I don't know. This is a weird spot to put the Chariot. Yeah, this was so I'm thinking like, if he can fly again and get past the dragon, then the Chariot can charge. But he's gonna have trouble being in range of getting the fly spell cast on him again, so it's probably not really relevant. So Orcs and Goblins turn 3. What happened? So another Fanatic pops out of this unit and does, I think, 3 wounds to the Noble, who had Plague of Rust cast on him. The Mage Wind Blasts the Chariot and kills it. The Wyvern flies forward to threaten everything, and Column of Crystals cast in front of the Silver Helms to pin them in place. And that's about it. I think they fell back in good order again from the Noble. I think they're slowly getting pushed back a little bit. So Elves turn 3. I moved and then Arcane Urgency'd the Sisters over. I don't have enough to actually get out of his charge range, so what I've done is I put myself outside of his movement so I can stand and shoot. And then this Sister is the closest, so when he charges, he'll align to that. And then I will form up on him, which will sort of put me over here, away from the board edge. I could have done this better. The Dragon and the Skycutter charged the Troll Hag. This was a mistake. So we challenged, and he's unbreakable, so the Sky Cutter added absolutely nothing to this combat. And as you're going to see, it's going to get in the way in a minute. We do 2 wounds, or 5 wounds on the dragon, leaving the troll hag on 1 wound. And he rolled the template over the dragon, which failed to do a wound. Yeah, some more shots. I think I ended up shooting up these night goblins. Oh, that's what happened. So my Silver Helms were here. He released. What happened? He released one of them to protect him, and then I charged the troll that was over here, and managed to get around the night goblins. But then the fanatic went through me anyways before combat, and left me with I think I maybe had 4. Then I did a couple wounds to the troll. He killed one back, leaving me with 3. And then because I have a war banner, I forced the troll to fall back. And because there was only 3 left, they managed to go past the night goblins and chase the troll. And then shooting had gone into the night goblins, reducing them pretty low. And this Griffon finished off the other unit of goblins, and then has reformed, but has, yeah. So what happened here was, see if I can go back. So yes, so then Orcs and Goblins Gen 4, this Wyvern does charge in here. I form up here, and I challenge with the High Sister, who dies. I use Stubborn to fall back in good order. And because all these units are in the way, I have to take some perils test from the hag. I go past the Sky Cutter, go past the archers, and ended up here. But because of the angle, and he rolled fairly high in his pursuit, he actually contacted the Sky Cutter with the Wyvern, and that combat was fought first. Then when this combat goes to be fought, the Wyvern is fighting the Sky Cutter, and he kills the Sky Cutter. I kill the Troll Hag. I ended up doing 4 wounds during the challenge because overkill matters, because he did 4 wounds to the he did 4 wounds to the Sky Cutter. I can't remember how we worked that out. Anyways, we resolved it that the dragon had lost the combat by 1. And then I rolled a 10 on the break test. And so he managed to fall back in good order. So we came back here, and he pursued with the Wyvern and caught him. So that fight's continuing, but I don't get my lance bonus. And yeah, now the sisters are over here behind this unit of archers. Wind Blast kills this. Wind Blast kills a noble, I think. He's moving towards these guys. There were these 3 archer Silver Helms. They should be back there. I think I took this picture a little bit late. But what happens then in my turn 4 is the archers charge that one mage who is the remaining 2 Silver Helms, I think. They must have gotten shot or something. Charge the mage that was back here. The dragon wins the combat and forces the Wyvern to, I think I did 1 wound, or he saved 1 on a regen. And he rolls a 10 for his leadership. Yeah, I think he rolls a 10 and actually breaks. Or maybe it was just a fall back in good order. And I roll low, so the dragon's chasing after him. And I think he rolled 3d6 for his random move and rolled a 3. So the Squig Hopper hasn't moved very far. My Silver Helms have gone into the lone goblin and end up killing him and coming around. So this is all turn 4 still. Turn 5, the Wyvern flies away and hides behind this building. The Black Orcs march forward. The Squig Hopper is chasing after these archers. What happened? These 5 archers died somehow. I think a wind blast. My turn 5. The dragon turns to face the black orcs. All the archers come up and shoot at the black orcs and do some wounds. I like just with this building and flying, he can just like hop back and forth. Or even if I screen off this side of the building with the sisters and then put the dragon back here where you can see anything, he can just turn and fly over me. So rather than trying to chase the wyvern with the dragon, decided to go after the black orcs. But Goblin's turn 5, he cast travel mystical pathways on the black orcs and moves them 12 inches away out of my charge range. The Squig Hopper kills the archers, and so then on my turn I just move forward again, take some long range shots, and don't do enough to cause a panic check. So that's the game. So yeah, I think it ended up being, I scored just over 1,000 and something, and my opponent scored 700 and something. I mean, both our big lords are still alive. I got his one wizard, he got my noble on Griffon, and then the sisters are expensive, the black orcs are expensive, but I managed to kill a little bit more, mostly because, well, my dragon's just that much, over 200 points more than his wyvern, and he's alive. So, yeah, a small win to the High Elves. It was fun to play them again. I think, yeah, a couple high leadership tests on our lords, which is always funny when they are forced to fall back when you really think they shouldn't. But yeah, it was fun playing the High Elves again. Thought the list worked pretty well. I'm thinking about taking it to an upcoming 5-round tournament, which is why we're testing out, and I'll have to get it painted. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.